Hey there and welcome. If you've ever wondered about a field of engineering that's, a perfect mix of creativity and serious tech, then you are in the right place. Think of this as your personal guide, a little mentorship session on the world of textile engineering. So let's get started. It sounds like a trick question, doesn't it? But seriously, the answer connects the comfy t-shirt you're probably wearing right now to the super high-tech gear that keeps astronauts safe. That common thread? It's textile engineering, and its scope is way bigger than you might think. So, what is it really? At its heart, textile engineering is the science behind creating fabrics. And we're not just talking about fashion here. It's all about using real science and engineering principles to design everything from the softest cotton yarn to incredibly strong materials for, well, spacesuits. To make this super clear, we've broken it down into 5 key parts. We'll kick things off with the basics, then we'll map out your educational path, look at the skills you'll need, check out the jobs and salaries, and then, the really cool part, we'll take a peek into the future of fabric. All right, let's dive into the big picture. What does a textile engineer actually do all day? Well, it's all about taking a fabric on its entire journey. You see, it's not just about making cloth. You're basically the master of a super complex process. You're there right from the start, taking raw fibers like cotton or polyester, and you guide them through every single stage, spinning it into yarn, weaving it into fabric, and then adding color and finishes to get that final product. And your skills are needed all over the place. If you love inventing new things, you could be an R&D creating brand new fabrics. If you're great with people, maybe technical sales is your thing. Or maybe you're all about perfection, so you'd be amazing in quality control. The point is, there's a lot of variety, so you can really find a role that just clicks. So you're thinking, this sounds pretty cool. What's the next step? This part is your blueprint, your roadmap for the academic journey you'll need to take. Think of this as your 4-step game plan. It starts in high school, where you'll need to focus on physics, chemistry, and maths. Next up, you've got to crack those engineering entrance exams like the JEE Main. That's your ticket into a Bachelor of Technology program or a BTech. And hey, if you really want to become an expert in a specific area, you can go for a master's degree after that. And where should you be aiming to go? Here's a list of some of the absolute best schools for textile engineering in India. Getting into a top-tier college like IIT Delhi or ICT Mumbai gives you an incredible education and sets you up for a fantastic career. These are definitely some goals worth aiming for. Okay, so academics are one thing, but what does it really take to be great at this? Let's talk about the actual skills and talents that'll make you stand out from the crowd.
What's really cool here is the balance. To succeed, you kind of need to be 2 things at once. You need to be an artist with a great imagination and a scientist with deep technical know-how. You have to be a great communicator who can work with a team, but also have the patience and sharp eye for detail to perfect every little thing. It's that blend that really makes a top-notch textile engineer.
All right, let's have some real talk. Every career has its good and not so good sides. On the one hand, there's nothing like the feeling of seeing something you imagined become a real product. But on the flip side, it's a tough, competitive industry. You've always got to be innovating, and yeah, you might be working with industrial chemicals. Knowing these challenges up front is half the battle. Okay, this is the part a lot of you have been waiting for. What jobs can you actually get? And of course, what's the paycheck like? Let's get into your future career. This table just gives you a little snapshot of some of the paths you could take. You could be a production engineer making a whole factory run like clockwork. Or you could be a medical textile engineer creating life-saving fabrics for things like bandages. The big takeaway here is that as you get more specialized, your role and your salary can really take off. Right out of the gate, when you're just starting out, you can expect to make a solid starting salary in this range every month. It's a great launch pad, and trust me, with more experience and skill, that number just keeps going up. This is just where you begin. And you've got options in both the private and government sectors. In private companies, you could be working for huge names like Raymond or Reliance, really focusing on production and design. In the government sector, your job might be more about policy, research, and setting the standards for the entire country. Both are great, rewarding paths. And finally, let's look ahead. This is not your grandpa's industry. It's always changing, always innovating. The future of textiles is seriously exciting. This is where the field just explodes beyond clothes. We're talking about technical textiles, materials engineered for a specific job. Think about geotextiles that make roads stronger, protective gear that can stop a bullet, or even composites that are used in airplanes. The possibilities are just about endless.
And the technology for designing is changing the game too. With software like Clo3D, you can create and test an entire outfit in a virtual 3D world. You can swap out fabrics, check the fit, even make an animated fashion show, all from your computer. It's way faster, way more creative, and so much better for the environment.
Now, once you're established in your career, a great long-term goal is to aim for something like the Professional Engineer, or PE certification. This is a true mark of an expert. It really boosts your professional standing and opens up doors to bigger roles and more responsibility. It's definitely something to work towards.
So, when you think about it, from the clothes we wear every day to the cars we drive and the buildings we live in, textiles are literally everywhere. This field is all about weaving together science, tech, and creativity to engineer the materials that will build our future. So the only question left is, are you ready to be one of its engineers?